Hi everyone! Greetings from Topanga. I hope you're all doing well. This is a story which I have wanted to share ever since we came back from Norway in September, and now it's November. Has taken me a while to put it together. I suppose some stories just need to sit with me a little longer than others, and that's okay. After we said our goodbye to Frido's family in Hamburg in early September, Frido, girls, and I headed out to an adventure in Norway. We only had a few days there, so really we only got to see a small slice of the country. But even with such a short visit, Norway, especially its immense nature, blew our minds away. Seeing a glimpse of a glacier during a train ride. We have watched the glaciers in so many nature documentaries on the screen and knew how important the presence is on the earth. But to meet glacier with our own eyes, even from a far distance, we were speechless. The magnitude of the presence and the energy glacier is holding, and the sense of wisdom from ancient time. You just kind of feel around glacier. It was such a powerful experience. Then there was a ferry ride through a fjord. Waterfalls falling from everywhere as if they were gifts from the sky. The reflection on the water was so deep and crisp than anything I could imagine. At some point, the reflection on the fjord was so clear that I couldn't figure out if I was standing with gravity on the boat on the deck or if I were floating upside down. Our time in Norway reminded us how much we love being in the nature. From the mountain, meadows to the river, the experience of being there fed our souls so deeply. After having such a memorable time in Norway, coming home to LA felt a little disorienting. From just having a backpack full of belongings for a few weeks and experiencing the joy of being fully present during our travel to intense heat wave in Southern California and city life that comes with it, and just the rekindling process with our home rhythm. When I was younger, 20s, 30s, I used to jump right back into the LA pace every time after I came home from travel. I needed to drive kids to classes, or BK needed much needed TLC. And I used to buy into the common notion of, well, if you want to get over the jet lag, stay busy, kind of attitude. After coming back from Norway, though, this time, I felt a little different. I caught a mild cold right after coming home, which kind of took my voice away, so I couldn't speak for a while. And having to recover from cold really slowed me down, and it was for good reason. After we came home, instead of overscheduling our calendar right away, I kept some days off. Being close to home and working remotely for BK to minimize the driving and being out and about. We lingered around the memory we built together in Norway, processing how it impacted us, journaling about it, and just talking to each other as a family about how much we loved being there. We so used to pushing ourselves to be more productive, to move on to the next thing as quickly as the last thing is finished, to keep going forward. It's part of a culture. And I see that a lot between Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year. It feels like one thing after another. And there are a lot of excitement and anticipation, decorations that get put out, planning of social events. And technologies also accelerate the speed even more, only to sort of move on very quickly to the next thing immediately after the day of the special event passes. Well, if this accelerated pace works for you, that's fantastic, that's great. But if you're a bit like me and felt overwhelmed by the pace of the world in the past, maybe consider incorporating the idea of waning phase for each milestone. Just like moon, it's great to enjoy the waxing phase, becoming fuller with anticipation and excitement for special time. And it's also beautiful to honor the waning phase, to create a container for processing the event and offer a kind of closure before moving on to the next thing. Could it look like slowing down after one holiday before gearing up for the next? It could be declining some invitations to make space for quietness and reflection. Or maybe you might just want to go for a walk every day, even just for a little short distance, to give yourself some movement in the body and also some outdoor time with sunshine. It really could look in many different ways and forms. In the next few months, I hope you have a lovely holiday celebration with your loved ones. It's a special time. And also know that we can set our pace, sprinkle some waning season here and there, so we can fully enjoy and immerse ourselves into the specialness of the occasions. Sending many warm thoughts to you.